New at 10, a TMJ4 exclusive.
Living in fear, a couple talks about being attacked during a New Year's Eve robbery spree.
New video showing police chasing the robbery suspects before they crashed into the Kinnickinnic River.
3 people died inside the suspect's SUV, including a 19-year-old woman and her 2-year-old daughter. Tonight, 2 of the robbery attack victims share brutal details of what happened before the crash with Rebecca Clough. She joins us live now from police headquarters with more.
Yeah, Charles and Shannon, I spoke with the woman tonight who says she is one of the victims from that group. She was very badly battered. She had bruises all the way from her forehead to her neck. Her eyes were swollen, all from that attack. She and her husband did not want to show their faces. They say they're too afraid. Before Milwaukee police started this chase on New Year's Eve that ended in the Kinnickinnic River, officers say 29-year-old Charles Bearfield, 19-year-old Shannon Niemer, and another man were robbing people or attempting to rob people with a gun earlier that day.
Here we have at least 3 people involved in violent street robberies. One of them, shots being fired.
Carlos says he and his wife were one of the victims of this group. Neither he nor his wife wanted their faces shown. Carlos says they were approached by one of the men and the woman. He spoke through a translator.
And they pulled a gun out on him.
Carlos says they yelled at him in English, but he didn't understand.
The woman grabbed his wife and threw her down and was kicking her in the face.
Carlos says police told them yesterday it was the same people who drove into the river with the woman's 2-year-old daughter inside. Officers also believe the little girl was with her mom, Shannon Niemer, while the robberies were taking place. Carlos's wife now has bruises all over her face and is still in pain. He says they took off in a car with another person waiting for them. Carlos says he didn't know what the robbers wanted, so he never gave them anything.
He said he was so scared.
Now, Milwaukee police say they have the 3rd robbery suspect in custody. His charges are still pending. Reporting live, Rebecca Clough, today's TMJ4.
Rebecca, thank you. In today's news conference, Assistant Police Chief was asked about this chase even further. He says officers did not know who else was inside that SUV.
We would have chased this car regardless of, just because of the violence associated with these robberies. Here we have at least 3 people involved in violent street robberies. One of them, shots being fired. I don't know if it gets any more violent than that. Again, policy before, policy now, we would have chased the vehicle.
He went on to say, had the officers known a child was in that car, they would have taken that into consideration. The Wisconsin State Patrol is now investigating the chase and crash. You can see the entire news conference and watch the new surveillance video of the chase going to our website, tmj4.com.